Hello, I'm Lizzie Cooper. I graduated from Royal Holloway's Drama Department in 2012. There's a wide network of graduates from the Drama Department that have gone on to create very successful theatre companies, and a lot of them get alumni involved. I'm a prime example of that. In September, I've actually gained a place at the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama to study an MA in Stage and Event Management, which is really freaking cool. Studying drama at Royal Holloway was a wonderful experience, lots of variety. The first year, which had a very solid kind of course structure to it, was great. The amount that you study is quite intense, but it gives you a good platform with which to look at and go into your second and third year modules with. It gives you a good theoretical grounding which you can go back to all the time. I was always using things that I'd learned in my first year when I was writing essays in my third year. It's a very good holistic way of approaching drama throughout the 3 years. In second and third year there's just a ridiculous amount of areas that you can study. What I loved about it most was identifying areas in the modules that I really liked and being able to go so in depth into them and kind of nerding out to those areas, but using the skills that you developed in first year. The assessment formats that you go through in first year repeat themselves but at a more intense level in second and third year, and it's just about building on the skills that you learn and doing them in a more sophisticated way. What was wonderful about second and third year is that you were able to be extremely independent in your learning and go into areas that you were really enthusiastic about within a module, and it could just be about you. The teaching staff in the drama department are absolutely lovely. They have a big focus on the individual research aspect, and they have a lot of time to spend on you and to help you develop your ideas. What's wonderful is they all have their little niches and their areas of research, so they're brilliant if you need to go and pick their brains on things. And they always seem to have books that you need. This specific book about Derrida or someone ridiculous in a dance module. They always have those books. The teaching classes are absolutely wonderful. They always put their own spin, and always very fun and informal, very passionate. Definitely in first year, when you think you know everything, you can have some wonderful discussions. What's lovely is that the department is filled with, working practitioners. So your teachers are writers, they're directors. They're writing books that you're then reading in the classes, like now, which is wonderful. So it's all very current. Aside from the plethora of SU-based performative societies that you can get involved in, within the department there's a dedicated society, the Student Workshop, it's just about the drama students, it's for the drama students, and there's 3 performances every term, which is brilliant to get involved in because it offers the practical side that you don't always get in every single module, especially during first year. So it's a wonderful way to stay active in performance, in directing, and especially in technical theatre, because there's so much for you to learn, especially in this wonderful space. The dedicated performance spaces on campus for the drama students are wonderfully equipped and offer a lot of variety and are perfect for the ridiculous amount of styles of performances that you'll end up doing. The Boiler House, in all its Victorian wonderfulness, is a massive space. It's just massive. And last but by no means least is the Caryl Churchill Theatre, replacing the studio, which will always have a special place right next to the Boiler House in my heart, which was a wonderful black box space but has been replaced by this beautiful Caryl Churchill Theatre, which opened just a few months ago. It's a delightful space, lots of rehearsal spaces, some beautiful rehearsal rooms, which I'm extremely jealous of. One of the biggest parts of first year that fed directly back into second and third year for me as a technical minded kind of person was MA season, which I was involved in as a deputy stage manager. So the training that you go through, whether you're a deputy stage manager, lighting, sound, or as an ASM, you get taught by the drama department's technical team, then feed directly into your second and third year where you are required to be part of a technical team. So from the course and the extracurricular activities, there are a lot of transferable skills that you just take with you all the way through second and third year and into the real world. I chose to focus particularly on the technical side of things because that's what I'd like to be. I'm an aspiring stage manager. MA season was particularly poignant in that because you as a first year get placed as part of the crew, and I was a deputy stage manager, and you just go through 7 intense weeks of learning a technical skill. As a DSM, I learned a lot, and I took that into my second and third year in modules that require a technical liaison. It meant that I was able to be a lot more active than students that wanted to focus on directing or acting, and I was able to learn a lot from the technical department. For example, learning how a production team runs in relation to the rehearsal room and as on a wider scale. Before I left university, put me in great stead for having left university and gone on to be a stage manager and work in several other roles in this past year. The skills that I picked up have given me real world opportunities, and I have actually been able to go out and find employment based on the things that I learned on the course. I'm actually working very closely with those theatre companies, and what's wonderful is that those opportunities and those jobs that I've gotten out of them were created by the drama department setting up an extremely good connected network. They hold hobnob nights every year, which are wonderful, so a lot of alumni come back and they meet current students. They get to pick their brains and learn what it's like and the practicalities of going out into the real world in the arts. And I've gone on to, with graduates in my year, form a theatre company called Lock Stan. We're very, very young, still in the early processes of developing work and creating more work, but it was, born out of our third year final project module, which is quite possibly one of the best experiences of my life. I can highly recommend it. It's great fun, and just do it.